The promulgation of Kenya's constitution in 2010 ushered a new era in the country, bringing forth reforms in various government sectors, including the public service. Among these reforms was the establishment of the Office of the Ombudsman, a commission mandated to deal with maladministration and address grievances by citizens against public officers and institutions, both at the national and county government, enforce and oversee implementation of the right to information as guaranteed under Article 35 of the Constitution.
We started from zero. There was no reference point. When at that point you talked over the Office of the Ombudsman, people wondered, what is this ombudsman?
So for the 10 years, we've seen quite a progression in terms of the people who are coming to the commission to complain. Much as they were not aware of the commission there before, we have done a lot of awareness creation, and we have seen an increase in terms of the complaints that have been lodged with us.
The establishment of the commission is anchored on Article 59 for Chapter 15 of the Constitution and the Commission on Administrative Justice Act, Chapter 102A of the Laws of Kenya. Access to information is critical in enabling citizens to exercise their voice and to effectively monitor the government and hold it into account. In the year 2016, Parliament passed the Access to Information Law and mandated the Ombudsman's Office to implement it to fight impunity in public service and ensure access to information.
Obviously, it's a new phenomenon from the old government culture of secrecy. Public officers have not yet internalized that. The Wanjiku Constitution is an open constitution which gives the right of every citizen to receive information which they hold and to reconcile the culture of secrecy and open government has not been very easy within the public service.
A strategic plan that was set by the Commission for the year 2019-2023 includes resolution of public complaints, oversight and enforcement of access to information, public education awareness and visibility, institutional strengthening and capacity building, which have yielded tremendous results. From the year 2012 to 2022, the Commission received over 800,000 cases, out of which 87% of those have been resolved with the creation of 6 regional offices in Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret, Isiolo, Garissa and Nyahururu that have reached more and more Kenyans through public education.
The Access to Information Law is implemented.
Public awareness on Commission's work have also increased from 28% to 44% in 2018. It is evident that this strategy has paid off. For instance, take the case of 86-year-old Rebecca Zakayo, who will go down in history as one of the oldest Kenyans to be assisted by the Ombudsman's Office. In 2018, Rebecca complained of an 8-year-old illegal dump site set up next to a house in Mikindani Estate, Mombasa County.
Magari yanatoa matakataka huko yakileta hapa. Akishaleta matakataka yale wanamwaga hapo, wanaokota chupa sijui takataka gani wanataka hapo chupa, wanaweka kwenye magunia. Matakataka pia wanaweka kwenye magunia, wanapanga hapo zina mpaka ziko juu. Wakija wanapaki gari hapa, wananitizama hivi hapa wakikusanya. Sasa harufu nasikia, hata mimi nimekuwa affected. Nimekuwa na affected, nimepata kifua.
By the time she was coming to the commission, she had worked in very many offices that have the capacity to resolve her case. But unfortunately, she did not get positive feedback. So she came to the commission, noting that she is very old and was able to locate our office. It really made us go out of our way to even engage the NEMA people and visit the site with the NEMA officers and ensure that the dump site was closed. And up to now, I think Mama Rebecca is very happy to know that the commission really assisted her in terms of resolving a very long-standing matter.
Hello, everybody.
According to a World Bank report, 15% of the world's population experience some form of disability, and disability prevalence is higher for developing countries. In 2017, Juma, not his real name, who has a hearing impairment, was denied an opportunity to work at a government office even after being offered an appointment letter. 4 years later, the family sought assistance from the Ombudsman's office and was given back his job.
He waited for the appointment letter. So after following up, he was told verbally that he did not have the Form 4 certificate. That's why he did not get the appointment letter. I think it would be a matter of discrimination, because if it was a matter of certification, he would have been disqualified from the day he received the application letter. He would not have been shortlisted in the first place. He would not have been called for that interview. He would not have been given opportunity to go for the medical. We are glad he's now employed, because he can now take care of his family.
In 2012, Wycliffe Thirikwa, a KCSE candidate, was caught up in a similarly unfortunate situation. Even though his case was not employment-related, his future was cast in oblivion. Wycliffe, a Nyahururu-based journalist, had sat his KCSE exams awaiting for his results just like any other candidate, only for his results to be withheld by NEC due to inconsistency in his names. The Ombudsman's intervention ended his 8-year suffering.
My dreams crushed. I knelt down at Mitihani House. I begged. I begged them. I told them I'm the same person. I told them I will bring any evidence you want. I'm the same person. This name was changed when I was 3 years. This other one at 16. It's not. I tried to prove I'm the same person. I didn't know how to. They said Eliud Maina sat for KCPE. He never sat for KCSE. Wycliffe Thirikwa sat for KCSE. He never sat for KCPE. I will never forget when one of the officers there told me in Swahili, hata ukilia damu hazitatoka. So I went to Huduma Center, Nyeri, and I launched my complaint. I remember I was walking in Nyahururu town. Samantha called. She said, Mr. Wycliffe, we have managed to get NEC to release your results. They've agreed to release your results. I told her, I can't talk to you. Allow me to compose myself, because it was so, like, it's painful and happiness. I don't know how to explain how I felt. I couldn't walk. I leaned somewhere because I just couldn't. It was that moment for me. I am the evidence that it works because I have my results. I have walked the journey with them. It's like they've taken it as like they're champions of justice in a way.
Monica Mbinya Ngozi, a resident of Mnarani, Kilifi County, lived in fear for many years as an illegally erected electricity pole hung over her roof. She lodged numerous complaints to Kenya Power in vain before the Ombudsman office in Mombasa came to her rescue.
Huo moto ulikuwa ni hatari, manake hapa ulikuwa umepita juu ya nyumba yangu. Hii migomba huwa inakuwa mirefu. Alafu sasa hizo kebolo ambazo walikuwa wamewavutia zilikuwa zimepita katikati ya hii migomba. Kuna wakati mmoja nijaribu kuangusha ndizi hapa, ilikuwa iko tayari. Ilipoanguka iliweka cable chini. Ikaziba hii njia. Nikawa sasa kupita hapa, nilizunguka all the way round. So mlinisaidia, manake iliniondolea hatari njia kuzibika na pia cable kwa juu ya nyumba yangu. Baada ya kuchoshwa na watu wa Power, wakitupatia ahadi ambazo watimiza, hata wanakuja in person but awaji. Ndio February tulikuja kwa Ombudsman Mombasa, kaja tukaripoti. Mwisho ndio walikuja wakabeba hii nguzo. So walipobeba hii nguzo, hapo ndipo nilishukuru. Mimi sikulipa chochote. Before nije kwenu nilikuwa nimeumia sana. Hata kuna wakati nilikuwa nafanya kukopa credit ndio niwapigie watu wa Power. But the moment I made my way to your offices in Mombasa, nilikuja nikaripoti, you took my evidence. Mimi nilijaza, nilikuwa na barua zangu ambazo nilikuwa nimewaandikia. Nilikuwa na forms zangu za kuapply moto na kuwekewa moto, and you took over the case.
Also caught up in the stubborn jaws of injustice was Fulgence Moshirere's uncle. He had given up on his pension after chasing it for nearly 4 years. Fulgence turned to the office of the Ombudsman to seek assistance.
Nilistaafu mwaka wa 2014 1st July. Na kwa muda wote pesa yangu ya pension sikuipata. Ikawa nafuatilia ofisi kuu Nairobi. Nikifika kule nakuta faili zikipelekwa pension zinarudishwa tena ofisini.
So ndio nilipomhoji akaniletea faili ya kuonyesha vile amekuwa akifuatilizia Nairobi, akiandika mabarua ministries ya livestock office pale Taveta, mahali alikuwa anafanyia, mahali alitaya, wakifanya hizo inquiry mpaka mahali alikuwa, mpaka yeye mwenyewe aka give up. So alipo give up akaachana nayo, ndio nikamwambia okay, nipatie hii jukumu nikusaidie, na imani tutafaulu. Imechukua less than 1 year, kwa sababu unakumbuka email ya mwisho tulipo communicate na Ombudsman, na ni kwamba ilikuwa kwa walitumaniwa barua kutoka kwa National Treasury Pensions Department kwamba pesa ya mzee iko tayari.
Hiyo pesa nimeipata na nikaamua nijenge nyumba zangu za kukodesha. Na nimeshajenga nyumba za kukodesha na zimeshaingia watu. Nikaona hiyo pesa nimalizie hapo ili watoto wangu baadaye waje wafaidike na hiyo pesa yangu.
Naweza nikasema excellence, kwa sababu sikupata any frustrations from ofisi. Staffs wako dedicated vizuri, wako committed, they are true to their vision and to their motto ya kusaidia watu wapate haki yao.
For Rogers Omondi, it was a cat and mouse game with the police after his motorbike was confiscated by the police on a night patrol in Kisumu County due to lack of insurance cover. Little did he know that he was going to lose his bike. It took the intervention of the commission for him to get a new one.
Nilipoenda huko wakasema pikipiki ipatikani. Nikaona sasa polisi, pambana na polisi. Nikarudi, nikaenda kwa anti-corruption, wakaniandikia karatasi, nikaenda kwa Ombudsman juu. Nilipofika huko wakanipokelea vizuri, nikaandika statement. Kidogo barua ikawaendea. Barua ilipowaendea, mimi nilikuwa kwa nyumba tu hapa tu, na kidogo napigiwa simu. Rogers kuja ona base commander. Kwenda Mande wakaniambia mimi, Rogers, tumeona tukunulie pikipiki nyingine. Hiyo tumetafuta hakuna.
Richard Kungu, a 60-year-old former assistant chief and now a reverend in Siaya County, for 18 years, he struggled to get compensation from the government after unlawful dismissal from his duties following a successful appeal against a death sentence that saw him acquitted of robbery with violence charges in 2000. Thanks to the Ombudsman Office, the intervention saw Richard Kungu get compensation for the lost years in the workforce.
Mwaka 2007, 2008 nilienda kotini kustaki serikali kwa kunivuta kazi bila makosa. Na koti iliangalia hiyo maneno na ikatoa uamuzi mwaka wa 2012 kwamba sikukuwa na hatia, na ikaoda nilipwe mshahara wa kuanzia August 2003 mpaka wakati ambao ingefaa niende retire ambao ilikuwa ni 2022. Kwa vile kulikuwa na ugumu serikali nilipe pesa kwa wakati, ilibidi nitafute ofisi ya Ombudsman. Na ni through the Ombudsman ambao ilifanya nijue hiyo pesa iko tayari. Na ndio ilifanya sasa nifuatilie wakili na hizo mabarua ambao alikuwa amepokea aweke sahihi na iende Nairobi. Na ndio nikatumiwa pesa.
Complaints on land accounted for one of the highest cases that the Commission handled in the last 10 years. After traversing the hills and rough and narrow ridges of Kiambogo settlement scheme in Nakuru County for hours, We meet 65-year-old Francis Karime. Karime struggled for 40 years to get an allotment letter for a piece of land he inherited from his mother. It took the efforts of the Office of the Ombudsman to get the justice he had long hoped for.
Sasa nimekuwa nikistruggle, naenda Nakuru, natumia baiskeli kutoka hapa, naenda nikifika jiani nakutana na settlement officer na nirudisha na niambia atanisofia, atanifanyia marekebisho ya shamba, lakini akiniahidi naenda na mkosa. Sasa wakati mlinisaidia, hata wakati mliandika barua tu ya kwanza, ndipo sasa niliona wameanza kutuma barua, kupiga simu Naivasha, alafu wanaambia wale wa Naivasha wanipigie ati niende Nairobi. Sasa ndipo naenda Nairobi. Sasa hata walikuwa wananiuliza mbona nilikuja kwenyu. Nikamwambia ni lazima ningepata kutafuta msaada kwa vile hii muda ni mrefu nimesumbukia hili shamba. Acha niseme niko na furaha kwa vile nilirekebishiwa kupitia kwenu kwa ofisi yenu ya Ombudsman. Sasa nimesikia niko na raha kwa vile sasa ile uzito nilikuwa nikipata mpaka rohoni na kosa usingizi bila kujua ya kwamba kama nitanyang'anya shamba liwe limeenda kabisa. Sasa ninasikia nikiwa na furaha kwa vile nimeshapata kupokea ile ripoti ya kwamba sasa shamba ni langu.
The coastal region of Kenya was not left behind. With a long-standing history of land injustice, complaints to the Office of the Ombudsman regarding land took a fair share. Albert Mwagawe Mbaya, a retired primary school teacher and a farmer, had to wait for 11 years to get a ruling on land dispute with his neighbor. With intervention by the Ombudsman, it took Kaloleni Law Courts 8 months to release the judgment.
Tukangoja uamuzi 2011, 2012, uamuzi hautoki. Sasa ni kuenda kotini na kurudi. Kuenda na kusikiza, tukipitisha kama miezi miwili mitatu, tunaenda tunaangalia. Je, pengine uamuzi umetoka? Hakuna. Sitaficha. Yule karani wake aliniambia wazi wazi kabisa, una ngapi ili upatiwe uamuzi? Sasa ndipo ninakumbuka vizuri kabisa tarehe 9 mwezi wa pili mwaka huu ndio nikapiga simu ofisi ya Mombasa. Wakaniita, wakasema basi kama una shida, una malalamishi, njoo. Nikaenda ofisini. Nikaeleza shida zangu, nilipomaliza nikaambiwa andika hizo shida zako hapa. Nikaandika, nikamaliza. Mimi ninaamini kabisa kama si shirika lenu basi tungekuwa tunangoja uamuzi mpaka sasa. Maana inaonekana hizi barua ndio zilimfikia. Kesi za kotini zilianza 2010 na zikamalizika 2021, imechukua 11 years, miaka 11. Lakini nyinyi mlipoandika barua yenu imechukua tu miezi 8. Sasa kuna tofauti kubwa, miezi 11, miaka 11 na miezi 8, ambapo hata mwaka haukuisha nikapata haki yangu.
With the advent of devolution, most of the Commission's services have been spread across the nation in order to serve people at the grassroots level. The Commission achieved this partly through the support of its partners.
For the past 2.5 years, I must say that we've been doing fairly good, and we've achieved some milestones on partnership building. When it comes to the donor aspect, yes, we have the traditional donors that have been working with us. For instance, the GIZ. Initially, they gave us around 50 million Kenyan shillings. Of course, through the different activities that they have supported. That has then allowed us to deliver our mandate, which we could not, of course, deliver through just the exchequer.
The Commission also made use of the existing infrastructure, such as Huduma centers, where public can easily lodge their complaints.
We are going to roll out a complaints management information system that will enable Kenyans access services from the comfort of their houses. This, together coupled with the increased offices and human resource, will ensure that we reach all Kenyans with our services.
It also carries out a program known as Ombudsman Mashinani, which allows it to take the services to the grassroots.
We have a right for that service.
However, as every good deed and achievement is done, it has its fair share of challenges. The Commission is not an exemption and by no means an easy task.
We also realize that within the public offices, there's a lot of laxity. There are some officers who are public officers who they have a lot of impunity. There's a lot of unresponsiveness. So those are challenges that we are dealing with. But we are also speaking to Parliament that we make proposals on the amendments to the Commission on Administrative Justice Act that then would give us the binding powers or enforcement mechanism, so that when we make a determination, we don't go back to the public officer to plead with them to be able to comply with that determination.
Another challenge we have encountered is the law itself, the legal framework, because it did include private institutions, and private institutions are many. And it is up to us to know which private institution hold information which is required by Wanjiku there, because it impacts on their right. And this is a serious challenge. We have tried to incorporate this in the regulations, but we are still challenged that out there, the private institutions are not yet aware of ATI. We hope that we'll get funds and classify them, educate them, and talk to them, and we come up with a curriculum to deal with private sector.
As we speak right now, we only have 6 officers. Yeah? 6 officers against the Kenyan population of 50 million plus. What are we saying? So resources allowing, partners supporting. The Commission needs to open up more offices to make it possible for the Kenyan people to access its services.
In line with the Constitution, it is my dream that we shall be able to decentralize within the devolved system of governance, both at the national level and the county, so that we will have the Ombudsman offices opened across all the 47 counties in the country.
Now, more than ever, we see great success in complaints launched at the Commission as thousands of Kenyans continue to enjoy the fruits of the Ombudsman's office.